Portsmouth-based nonprofit Mercy Chefs is serving families at the U.S. and Mexico border. Now, some families have been waiting months or even years to get their visas to come to the U.S. legally.
Well, thousands are waiting in shelters in Tijuana, Mexico. Mercy Chefs is working to help keep them fed. 10 on your side's Amy Avery caught up with team members there about their mission. Amy?
Well, Stephanie and Regina, Mercy Chefs has been serving more than 1,300 people a day there for several weeks now. They're usually responding to feed people in disaster zones who've lost everything. But people here are starting with nothing too because they've left everything behind.
Many families, even this week, thanked us crying, saying that the food just changes their life.
Director of Latin America for Mercy Chefs Global, Wanda Agosto, says the people they're serving at the Tijuana border crossing are touched by the food they're serving. She says many single moms there have been brought to tears because they can eat a hot meal with their kids.
We always say that something amazing happens over a hot meal, a shared meal. And that's what happens there, that they feel that they can provide for their children.
The families at this border crossing are waiting weeks, even months, in a shelter for their visas to cross over into the U.S. legally. After entering the country, the migrants are then bused to reception centers in San Diego, many of which are overwhelmed and running out of money because of the influx of immigrants.
These families are trying to do things correctly. They're trying to come into the country legally, but they need a place where they can wait for the process to be completed.
In the past few months, Mercy Chefs has provided kitchen equipment and is working to train people there, including some of the immigrants, on how to produce and serve mass quantities of food.
From being able to cook in the kitchen rather than cook outside, where they didn't have pots and didn't have pans, and they've seen an improvement also health-wise. So it's very important what we've been able to do.
Agosto says a lot of the people they serve are fleeing from violence or because of tough situations back home. She says many have left everything they know to come to the U.S. and start over.
They take the chance of moving forward with the hope of finding a better future. And I think it's a blessing for us to be part of that journey.
Agosto says cooking and serving the food also helps some of the immigrants get jobs when they come into the U.S. She says they give them certificates showing that they've worked in a Mercy Chef's kitchen, demonstrating the skill set that they've learned while waiting to start their new lives. Amy Avery, 10 on your side.